So I'm hearing this random message, and it's somebody has good form. I keep on hearing somebody has good form. So I don't know if you perform, or if someone's saying you have good form in the bedroom, or if someone is saying you are formed nicely, like your shape, your silhouette. It could also be, are you a dancer? Do you have good form when it comes to your movements? Are you a fitness instructor? Okay, are you a fitness instructor and you have great form and you teach people how to ensure that their ergonomics are correct? I don't know. It's like good form. Let me see what this is about exactly, because it's I don't know. Let's see. What is this about? You have good form. You have good form. You do something very well when it comes to how you conduct yourself and what you do, whatever your craft is. Are you an artist? The way you hold your hand, the way you twist your wrist, the way you let it flow, okay? Yeah, good form, good form. And it's worth a lot of money what you do with this good form, okay? It's very lucrative. That's a gift to you from God. Whatever you have good form in, whatever you do so well to make Spirit give me a message for you about your form, you perform whatever that is very well. Okay, so Spirit is saying that it's this gift that you have is meant to bless you. It's a blessing, and it's something that you really love to do. And people are going to want to work with you. Many people are going to have offers. They're going to either want your work, or they are going to want you to work with them. Collaboration. Okay, so you're going to have to refuse some people, because you're going to become so popular that you're not going to be able to say yes to everyone. So you're going to make decisions based off of if it makes sense to you or not. So you know, time doesn't allow one to do everything. So you will go with the most beneficial option, the one that's going to be not just the most lucrative, but also it has to do with good business sense. I just heard good business sense. Okay. The strongest relationships, the relationships where you see they could actually go to a place. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. It's like the money's important, but the relationships hold so much more value over time, is what I'm hearing. Okay. You're going to, because, let me put it in this way to explain what I mean. Sometimes when the number is big, it doesn't always mean that the opportunity is of a high value. Because what if you are taking on an opportunity just for the dollar sign or the dollar amount, but it goes against your own values and it goes against what you stand for? So eventually that money that you received will end up harming you. It'll end up affecting you in a negative way because it doesn't align with you, and it could really distort and derail your plans. So this is why you are not going to allow anybody to come in to your energy, or you're not going to allow yourself to be a part of a mission that is not in alignment with you. So people, you're going to say no, and you're going to have some people or companies disappointed in you saying no, and they might try to up the amount that they're willing to give, just because you're someone who is considered valuable. They see your value, so they're going to want you to stick around. But from what I'm seeing, you're going to turn away from many offers because you know that they're not right for you. And there's also something about you using discernment very well in business, to where you'll feel if something just doesn't feel right to you. You're going to be able, it's like your intuition is increasing right now. So things that you did not notice before, you will notice them now, okay? the magic in you is activating, and it's making you stronger from what I'm seeing here. And there's also something about be careful with certain people, especially if you know what it is that you want, because some energies may try to persuade you like a gatekeeper on a sexual note. So you must be careful of that and pay attention. All friendliness isn't really friendly, unfortunately, is the world we live in. So be mindful of that. You know, it's one thing if you meet someone that's genuine and you're both feeling each other and it's natural. However, if you feel coerced and pushed, and you know, you feel like you have pressure on you to do something, like be in a relationship with somebody or something like that, with this Lovers card coming out, because that just threw me for a loop, because it gave like professional, but then all of a sudden it switched. And if I look at this in a different way, this could be someone who is actually interested in you, and they actually do mean well. So it could be one or the other, because I see it here. I see both scenarios here. There's an Emperor here. Hold on, I'm seeing something else. Hold on. There's an Emperor here that wants to give you a cup of love. So that is like a love interest, but they're a little nervous too. But they do know that you are the perfect person for what they want. But they're also interested in you. Okay, so that's one perspective. The other is that it's just a this is just someone who is a CEO or a boss, or someone who has some type of company or business, and they're just interested in you working with them. That's the other scenario. And then I'm seeing something else here where there may be a female that is going to be jealous of you somewhere here in this energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female. It could just be someone who walks in feminine energy, and they want you to take their offer, but it's not a good offer. It's a bad offer, and they're hiding secrets. It's like a hidden agenda is what I see here. So be very careful of someone trying to, it's almost like offering you something and not telling you everything. It's like someone going for some type of opportunity, and the person not telling them key information prior to them being put on. It's like, oh, you have to ask questions. Prepare to ask questions. So if anybody contacts you, even if you need help from someone, even if you need to watch a YouTube video, what types of questions should I ask when I'm doing business with someone? And go as deep as looking for the specific field that you're in, because there's something here about, you know, in life there's always polarities, and there's always people that come from a good place and people that have some hidden agenda. So for you to know what to look for and know what to say and know how to think and take your time, it could really benefit you. And also pay attention to how you feel. If it feels like you're being pushed and coerced, or you feel like you have more questions that are not being answered, or if you feel like someone's trying to hurry up and like rush in such a way where they're not explaining enough to you, then ask more questions. You should always ask questions. Ask as many as you can. Sometimes in the moment you can't think of any, so that's why it's a good idea to do research on the questions that you should ask under your expertise in whatever it is that you do, whatever you have good form in, okay? Because it will be very beneficial to you in the end, okay? What is this? just pay attention to people's energy and how, you know, there's always a hater lurking somewhere in the background when it comes to someone's success, unfortunately. Just keep an eye out for that, but I don't really want to focus on that so much. Even though it is important, it is something that you need to consider and pay attention to. If you feel some type of way about someone, don't ignore it, because you're feeling it for a reason. That's a part of your signals that you have innately within you, so that you can make good decisions when you move in any aspect of life. So take heed to when your spirit and your like body, everything within you is telling you something. Don't ignore it. Many of you second guess yourself a lot. You have to try your best not to do that, because it's usually when you pay attention to your past, think about the times when in your first mind you know what you said to yourself. No, I'm not gonna go, or no, I shouldn't get back with that person, or you know, like anything like that, where you know, you remember what you said to self and you did the opposite, and then it didn't turn out well. Think about all those times. If you can, try to retrieve them from your mind to where you thought about something, you said, nah, I shouldn't do it, and you did it anyway, and then it went left. Now, if you had have listened to your first mind, then that would have never happened, right? So that's, your intuition is literally your first mind, literally, okay? So you have to change for the better when it comes to your intuition. A lot of you have trouble trusting your intuition, and that just means that it's important to begin to practice trusting your intuition. And when someone, like say for instance, someone asks you to go out with them somewhere, if you have that feeling inside that says, no, I'm not gonna go, and you feel it strongly, don't go. Little things like that is basically you training yourself to listen to your intuition. And maybe your intuition will tell you, yes, hurry up, go, get ready. It's not always a no. Sometimes it's a yes. However, you want to pay attention so you can pass that test. That's a test to yourself. Okay? But, okay. When you do that, you have to make sure that you are not making the decision based off of something, some type of vain or carnal place. Make sure it's coming from a place from the spirit. That's another thing. That's a good way to detect where you moving from. Are you moving from your carnal nature, or are you moving from your spirit and your soul? Okay? Because if you know that the reason why you want something is because you want something for the flesh, then check yourself real quick and make sure, you know, is this really what I want? Because sometimes, I mean, maybe you do want it, I don't know, but I'm just saying, it's a good way to recognize if you're moving from your spirit and your soul, or if you're moving from your flesh. Ooh, I felt shivers and I heard patience. Oh gosh, I didn't expect that. It just got me real quick. Okay, let me see what's this. Angel. Okay, so you're going to end up around many earth angels. This is a gift as well. So among or in the midst of these earth angels that you're meant to be around, there are gonna be some little trolls in there every now and again, because it's like individuals who are already there, they're gonna feel like they should be where you are. It's just that they're not fit, but they don't understand that, and they're just gonna want to not like you, and that's not your problem. It's just the best thing you could do is protect yourself, ask spirit to protect you and to help you to focus on what is beneficial, and steer clear of the energy that may try to distort your perception of yourself, or taint your name in some way. I'm getting. And always move with good intention. Those who really want you around will see, because they're earth angels just as well as you are. So they will see who is who and who needs to go. Okay. I also heard who feels blue because you're around. So some people are going to feel sad by you being around, but that's just because they feel as though you're taking something from them. See? Okay. This is the it's the 5 of Wands, but it won't, you see, fight? Like, people are going to want to fight you energetically, trying to slow you down, trying to make you feel like you don't belong. Okay, so that's something that's going to happen, but it's just going to make you stronger. And once they realize that you are stronger than their bluff. There's something about people with two faces here. So as soon as you see the second face that you don't like, dismiss them. They will show themselves. The enemy will always show themselves because they can't control their face. Some people cannot control their face, especially ones that really be hating. They can't hide for that long because it's like the envy be so strong that they can't even help themselves. The mask just drop off and you catch them slipping. And you're like, oh, I see you, okay. You ain't gotta say nothing. You don't have to say anything. You don't always have to say something. It's not always worth it. Where you're going, you're meant to be. Many will not like it, but they'll have to see. They'll have to be able to move on with life, because regardless of what they say, this is meant in your life. This public recognition and this love from whoever this emperor is, there's going to be feminine or masculine energies for whoever I'm speaking to that are going to be very angry. But look, I'm just messing with the cards and picking them back up. It's the King of Cups and the Lovers. Someone in the midst of all of these things that I just talked about, with the offers and everything, there's some energies that are going to feel some type of way. And hey, that has nothing to do with you. You focus on what you should be focused on and what God has for you and the mission that God has placed on your life, and you're golden. Don't worry about the trolls that stroll aimlessly because they don't know where to go, but you do. So no need to worry. I'll see you in the next message.